we've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll go back to work. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Jones wants to throw it. Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He's got him. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Fighting off the defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. This offense will take the field again. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Jones to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. third down. That was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
That's caught. It's Berry. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Berry. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Jones wants to throw it. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the give off the left side. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Jones to throw. That's caught. It's Berry.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Bannister. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Gonna run it. It's Bannister. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. All wideouts, no backs.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too. We got to hold on to that thing.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. Jones wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Got it in the middle. It's Mary. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Finds his big tight end. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to punch it in. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The offense in its own end still needing a couple yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Runs through the tackle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Oh, they're after him. Got his man downfield. Touchdown. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ready to try the point after. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Jonesboro for some time. They're up by 24 over Charlotte. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. He makes the catch. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Setting up the screen. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so good.
Got some room in to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. With the catch, it's Berry. Breaks into the open. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Bannister. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls out.
Takes the handoff. It's Bannister. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Wideout trying to get it in. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Complete to the left. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Makes the grab and steps into the end zone for the touchdown. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Pugh. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. As last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. There he goes! Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Makes the grab. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Jones to throw. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's loose. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Rush is on him. Grab near the marker. It's Berry. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a huge stop by the defense, forcing the 4th down and making the 4th down and go a little bit harder by getting a lost yardage play. Nice job bowing up by this defense.
The snap sets up to throw. Here comes the heat. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now, because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job.
He lost one down the sideline. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can.
Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
The corners are walked up tight. Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Let's go! Let's go! He'll do it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The 4th down try goes awry, and that might just do it. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Hauls it in. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Offense, quick tempo. It's a reverse. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss. Jones wants to throw it. Under fire. Got his man on the right. Crosses the 30. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too... It's for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow in 2nd and 7. 6th play of the drive coming up. They're still firing away even with this lead. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.